Pisces, a broken promise may have finally told you the truth about a connection. So let's see exactly what you're realizing about the connection, as well as how you should handle it moving forward. So this is for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. If you're interested in a personal reading, check link in the bio because you know your girl does them. Go ahead and like, follow, and share this with other Pisces. But let's talk about what's you've been realizing. So what I have is the 10 of Wands, the Justice, and the 4 of Swords. So what you've been realizing is that you've been doing all of the work, okay? You've been picking up everyone's slack in this connection. Maybe you've been the one that like plans on the dates. Maybe you're the one that sends all the morning texts, whatever. It just feels as though you're the one that's holding down the entire connection. Almost as if you don't reach out, then they won't reach back out to you. You're really starting to realize that the things that they say, like, oh yes, I want this to be, or like, I'll show up for you and I'm here for you. You're realizing that those are all kind of lies. You're realizing the effort that they're putting in is literally what you're receiving back out. So with that, they're not putting in a lot of effort. And so you're seeing that, you're realizing that, and you're realizing that you've been the one that's been putting all the effort. And so you're like fantasizing this relationship, but it's actually just you holding down the relationship. And this is what you're realizing, because they're not keeping their end of the bargain. They're not coming in trying to reciprocate the love that you've been giving to them. And so with this, now you're pulling away and you're like, look, maybe I just need to focus this energy back on me, because these are too many broken promises adding up, saying that you're going to be there for me, saying that we can build a life together, saying that, you know, I have your back or whatever it is. You're realizing that that's not the truth. And you're like, look, I don't have time for this BS no more. I'll put that energy back into myself and have me time and pour the love back into myself, because it's not being adored or honored where I'm putting the love at right now. And so with this is what you're kind of realizing. And you're also realizing that if they wanted to, they would. That's what the Justice is all about. Again, what they're putting in is what's coming out. So if they wanted to shower you with gifts, if they wanted to shower you with love, you would receive that back out, but that's not what they're giving. And so you're realizing that's the broken promise, that we can have a life together, but what's a life if there's no real like effort behind that? And so let's see how you should handle this situation moving forward. Now, this is already resonating. Go ahead and like, follow, and share this with another Pisces, but let's talk a little bit more about what I'm showing here. So what I have here is the 3 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the Magician, as well as the World card. So what Spirit's really trying to show you here, that this is all part of a lesson you had to master. You had to understand that sometimes you give too much effort and it's not being reciprocated, and it actually devalues your worth. It makes you feel less than. It brings down your energy. It brings down your vibration, and it stops you from really achieving all that you want to achieve and attracting the real type of love that you deserve. And so this is a lesson that you really had to learn. But what it really shows me here, how you should handle this, is it's time to really go within yourself. It's time, you're already pulling away, right? We talked about that, but it's time for you to really be honest with yourself and go within and say, is this really in alignment for me? Is this person in alignment to my soul's path, or are they hindering me more? Are they pouring into an empty cup and there's like no bottom to the cup? You're trying to really, or you really need to take this time to really judge this relationship or this connection to figure out, is it really worthy of my time and my energy? And in that essence, it's going to allow you to open up the doors to really realize who you are, and what you want you can manifest. It's going to show you, the more that you keep giving energy to people who aren't reciprocating it, it's going to always deplete all the cups. It's always going to give you an empty cup. And so as you start to really pull back and be honest with yourself, you're going to really have a better vision of what you want for your life when it comes to your heart. You're going to have an understanding that you get to envision, you get to make whatever you're dreaming a reality. And so instead of having your vibration into feeling as though I do all everything, no one else is here to support me, I'm not in a genuine relationship or a connection, it's like that's what you're putting out to the universe, so that's what you're getting back. But when you start to be real with yourself and say, look, this person is in alignment, it starts to clear out energy, right? You start to purge out people who aren't worthy of your time and your effort, and it starts to pour back into you, which makes you even more powerful. You are extremely powerful, Pisces, and I want you to understand this. I want you to understand that right now it's time to envision what you want your life to be, and as you start to envision that, it's time to really manifest that. And in that manifestation, you're going to see that everything that you've been wanting when it comes to the love that you're looking for, it's actually going to come towards you, because you're no longer accepting breadcrumbs. You're no longer accepting the BS and the lies, but instead you're stepping into who you are and you're saying, no, I make my reality. I'm calling back my power and I'm going to put it into my hands. So that way, as I'm envisioning this and I'm putting that into the universe, that actually is what comes back to me. And so with that, that's why you have this Three of Cups, because it's showing me here that you're going to have success in love. The love that you're looking for, it's going to be worthy of being exciting and praised. And people are going to be like, damn, y'all couple goals. That type of relationship is coming for you. But as long as you keep on to Mr. or Mrs. Wrong, Mr. Right will be just, or Mrs. Right will just be kind of sitting there like, okay, Pisces, come on, I'm waiting for you. I'm here to give you the love that you deserve, but you keep giving it to people who aren't even really serious about you. And so that is what I'm showing here, is that the way to handle this is to step back into your power and to envision the life that you're hoping for you. Because with that hope, or that, not even hope, it's like believing that your vision is what it's going to come to. And with realizing that you create your reality, that's when you're going to really receive the love, the adoration, the effort that you were hoping that this other person could give you. And so that is really the mastery of a lesson that you had to learn and in regards to this. But with that, let me go ahead and leave you off with a yes, no question, as well as a angel number. So with our angel number, we have 1, 2, 3, which is vision. That's wild. But nonetheless, it says your path will not look identical to anyone else's. That is what makes you unique. Remember that as you stay the path that feels connected, the path will continue to lead you to alignment. Let your vision be as different as you are. Y'all, that went with your reading. Let me just say that went with your reading. Okay, but let's get your yes, no question completed as well, Pisces. So, hi, Spirit. Thank you so much for always being here. But as you know, Pisces has a question. They got a question. What is the answer to their question? That is a yes, guys. That's a yes. Thank you so much, Spirit. We appreciate that. Can you double confirm one more time? What is the answer to Pisces' question? And that is a yes again. That is a yes. So that is what I have for all of you. I hope that this resonates. If it does, make sure you like, follow, share this with another Pisces. And of course, into the personal reading, check link in the bio. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.